And I keep saying for these psychopaths that are still talking in my ear and still making me say stuff in case it's like going out somewhere to make it look like I'm looking at my phone. It's going, you'll figure it out. I'm writing what I'm writing on the top of my video, like going energy manipulation. Somebody could have sent me a demon, and then in my head I'm going, or maybe it's black magic, and they're like, you'll figure it out. So is that just brain mapping now? Or is it really just that this evil motherfucker is lodged into me, which could be my karmic family as well? 33 on the timer again, confirmation. So I'm going to post this one too. And I'm going to keep posting out there that this was a guy, the very first night I met him, after my best friend at the time told me, oh yeah, he's a great guy, add him to Facebook, Lynn. We're not best friends anymore. And I can tell you right now, if I wasn't in my addictions back then, I probably would have been a lot smarter to know that I never should have added anyone like that to Facebook. Hence why I started getting good and actually interviewing people through other people before I added them to Facebook. So I never met another motherfucker like this guy ever again. And again, people think it's all funny. So did my old best friend. You know what he said to his wife when he got married? Oh, look at the whore I picked up, and then got married. And that's the mentality of narcissists. Look at the whore I picked up. I went around telling everyone, guess what I said to my wife? Look at the whore I picked up. And that's the energy now. Jezebel, grossness with psychopathy, 144 on the timer again, that these idiots think it's funny to treat people like that. I gotta tell you, when you have your spiritual awakening and you're sober, there's nothing about that that's funny at all. It's fucking gross. And to be bragging to people that you're fighting and then throwing the woman's shoes down the highway and like laughing. I dropped off a girl on the highway and she was a bitch and blah, blah, blah. I threw her shoes out the car. And people keep laughing, and then again and again, and I doubt I'm the only woman he ever said it to. You know, I could put you in a wood chipper right now and nobody would know. That's not a red flag for the cops. Because I'll tell you right now, 8 to 10 years ago, when he was about to beat the fuck out of me and I actually escaped from him in my phone, when I had somebody on speed dial at that time, not my cool, awesome guy, my ex that I blew up my life with because I was embarrassed and running away. But another guy called the cops on him for me, and they did. They arrested him, but he got back out. He never should have got back out. And I'll tell you right now, back then I was way too afraid in my addictions, and I was in fear. And this time, I'm not afraid of nothing. He wouldn't be getting out if it was up to me. He doesn't deserve to be out on our streets. He's not safe to be around. Not for animals, not for kids, not for his parents, not for his sister, not for anybody. Maybe this is the Great Awakening, since he had me in so much fear, threatening me with the Masons, threatening me with other people in the town, when all I was ever trying to do was run away from him. Started following my cool ex around town when I had the peace bond finally with him. And then I go move to my apartment, which I mentioned on a video earlier. Suddenly I tell that landlord, not the one that's there now, another one. I tell him, I can't have my name on the board. I have a peace bond with somebody. I can't have my name. Well, you're going to have your name on the board. That's how people talk to people in London, or maybe just to me. And then finally I argued with him. And then the other landlord, who's still there right now, he said, oh, a lot of women in here don't have their names on the board. They have it as private or occupied. And then that was fine, 411 on the timer. And then my old best friend or somebody came and said, I mentioned this on another video before, suddenly my name, my apartment number, and my phone number, my new phone number that I just had to change again because of a stalker like him, a psychopath, that would break right into your home. And it was up there. And then suddenly, that's okay now? That's okay now for an old landlord to just suddenly put it up there? Or did somebody else come in and pay somebody to put it up there? Is that what Masons do? Hey, I saw that Lynn Waldron moved in here. I need her number. Can you put it up there? As a fucking mover in London too. Back when he worked for one extra guy. And then this time around, again, showing that all the movers in London are affiliated. This time when I moved, all the ones that say they're open 24 hours, right on Google, open 24 hours, and nobody answered for me because my phone's been cloned out. Or it's just a lie. Maybe people are too high to actually answer and move within those hours of the early morning, but they're up. And then finally I get a mover when I'm moving, and I guarantee the guy knows him, one of them that showed up. And again, the whole time I'm moving, the whole time I'm everywhere, I got psychopaths still lodged into me, talking to me the whole time, everywhere I go. It's like literally me singing down the street, my pet monster, monster of a friend, lodged into my ear. And he could see everything I'm doing. And when I told all the Masons that thought it was funny, all 9 of them smirking. And everybody knew. And there's nothing funny about this at all. And anyone that laughed at this or thought it was funny is literally disgusting as fuck. Hence why I'm trying to move out of the city, because if that's the energy of everybody, it's fucking gross, man. And again, what happened to all the people? I'm gonna still keep putting out there that this guy's instilled so much fear into people. And again, they're trying to make me look like again, this is what they do. So it is human trafficking. When you're using scalar weapons on somebody and trying to not allow them to speak, not allowing them to move, get an apartment or a house, watching their finances, having their mail redirected somewhere from like 6 months ago. Who knows who went into the Canada Post Office at Depot 4 on Proudfoot Lane in Oxford and went in there and got my mail sent somewhere. To be nosy, a narcissist, a psychopath, to know how much income I was getting monthly and how much more they could take from me after already taking from my mediation, because I had enough balls, again, not literally narcissists, but you might as well say I do, because I have bigger balls than a lot of the people in the city. And I'm talking about the fucking psychopath narcissist, which I've unraveled now and know they're just really a fucking coward. Anyone that takes a 49-year-old's mail and has it redirected somewhere else and goes in. Right now I'm being scalar weaponized the whole time on the bed, and I'll tell you right now, it's to the fact where there's got something in the inside of my back, the bed moves up and down, my arm's getting sore, and again, I'm going to keep fucking motherfucking talking. And I dare one of you to fucking join in and maybe go speak your truth today. Maybe you can let some of that bullshit out, because your lies are starting to just be even worse than they ever were. Your noses have so much fucking coke inside of them. I'm surprised you can even fucking go outside. But there is a guy down there that just peeked out like this. Watched me a couple rooms down. So I know he's affiliated with the Masons. Last week, he was staying on the same side as me as well. And this week, he's on this side. A couple down, though. Not like 2 down, like 4, 5. And he knows what's going on. So it means there's still the voice thing in here. Or, again, he's affiliated in my fucking phone, too. So that guy's outed now. Because he was just smoking. And I tried to say hi, and he kept peeking. That's what a narcissist does when they're all strung out on fucking dope. How would I know? I wouldn't know, because I'm not a narcissist and I'm not on dope. But I've been around so many narcissists and psychopaths that I know that there's a bigger picture going on. And this guy's not allowed to be in my phone now. Neither is that guy. Nobody is. And no one's allowed to be using scalar weapons on anybody either. And remember earlier, let's see if I can find the paper. What I also found, that it's called surveillance systems, video monitoring, thermal imaging, detecting body heat, and infrared beams, which is scalar weapons, energy enforced weapons. How do these guys have them when they're fucking illegal? Wouldn't you have to have a license and be in the military to have those? Why is it the same weapon used that the government uses in drones and human trafficking? Why does somebody keep talking in my ear when I switch hotels? Like they would for the girls that are all fucked up on dope, that have no choice. Because I'll tell you right now, if I was fucked up on dope right now and drunk, would I have fallen down, or would that wall have protected me? Let's think about it. So again, I'm going to leave it at this. I am so grateful to be sober today, because again, they are very much still trying to kill me, and it's obvious as fuck. And it's obvious as fuck because it's still happening in my back right now, and you can tell by the way I'm talking. And everybody knows I'm sober, but you can tell that there's something different. And I hope where you are on the planet, and I hope you know in London, Ontario, Canada, that if they're doing it to me, they're doing it to everybody else as well. But everybody else is too strung out on fucking dope and too bogged down by the narcissists and the people that refuse to fucking heal and get real. And now I'm burning the fuck up. So you know that's going on. I'm going to keep speaking my truth all the way to the bank, because I am a billionaire. You know it, he knows it, and I know it. And I know when people are guilty of things. I know. And the very first night I met that monster, he was in my phone. I've mentioned the story before. I left the room and I came out, and there was no big deal. Cross-legged in my phone, like this. Didn't even throw my phone and go when he saw me. In my phone. Best friend. He's a great guy. Add him to Facebook. In my phone. Reading everything. Is there real cops in London? Because 8 to 10 years ago there was, when he got a peace bond. And 8 to 10 years ago he came to my home. The lady cop from the domestic witness protection program, they came and they surrounded my house with, has he been in your house? There's a knife block. You need to hide that. So now this is a message out there to all the other women in the city and the men. If he has been in your house and you have a knife block on your kitchen counter, remove it now. And that's how, as a sovereign being and a sober woman, I'm going to be protecting London, Ontario, Canada now. Because if RB has been in your home, the women at the Domestic Witness Protection Program, that will still help any woman in this city. And I know it because they did 8 to 10 years ago. And when someone's that much of a monster and the women know they will help you. Because they also sent another officer of the law, the London City Police woman, that also came and surrounded my house on Foster Ave and told me everything that I needed to do to protect myself from him. He's a big guy. He's probably not going to be able to jump over the fence, but in case, you need to do this. In this room, you need to put a piece of wood here. You need to do this. And it went around the whole house. And I felt very safe for being in fear-based programming from the government and a fear-based mentality of cocaine, booze, coming from psychopaths. And again, the energy that's been manipulated and been around London, Ontario since the very beginning of time. So that's my message out there. Any of the other women that have been around him, I'll let you know you are safe. If you keep repeating every night, I am safe, and you start to try to break down your subconscious mind, I'm going to drop some in here so that some people that actually are really afraid, but they are a really good person deep down inside, and this is happening to them, and they're being beat the fuck down because some pig misogynist hates women, or because narcissism, entitlement, and Jezebel's taking over, but the good ones are still out there, and my mess can help them. That's what I'm here for. Because again, I'm not here for psychopaths, I'm not here for narcissists, and I'm not here for criminals, and I'm not here for crooked people who aren't doing the right thing by the right of the law, and here for freedom fighters. I'm not here for people that cower the fuck over for narcissists. I'm here for people that stand the fuck up and we take our power back and our city back. I'm not going to be here soon though, but for the other people. So any women out here that are still all fucked up now on drugs because of this man, I'm going to drop a couple things in my description, and I hope you can follow my story. And keep in mind, back 8 to 10 years ago, anyone at the Witness Protection Program will help you. And the woman cop helped me. And that my ex-fiance, who's amazing, he can vouch for that as well. So whatever's gone on between now and 8 to 10 years ago, I have no idea. But I do know that when he does go to jail, and he has a DNA sample in the courts from another woman that I know that he barged into her house. but I just don't know how, when he goes in for 2 seconds, how he gets back out. But it's a large sum of money, and I'd like to know where that large sum of money goes, just like I'd like to know where my large sum of money has gone. Even the one that I fought for when I was put into an illegal job at my last job, a job created where I had to fight not to work there anymore. And then suddenly, in the middle of my mediation, the energy went down. And suddenly, all the money I was supposed to get went down to, again, me being grateful that I wasn't homeless anymore, or that I won't be homeless because I had enough to pay for rent. But I was supposed to get way more. And I think everybody in this city knew about that as well, because I was probably being watched back then as well. And on that note, I'm going to leave that out there. I am going to be standing up against abusers, narcissists, predators, and people that have been getting away with murder. And if you don't like it, that's too fucking bad. But I'll tell you right now, I am fucking sober. I'm cocaine free, 7 to 8 years. I'm sober as a judge, probably way more sober than a judge. So let's get that out of the subconscious mind, because whoever created that was probably a drunk cokehead going, sober as a judge. It's the stupidest saying ever. Can anyone prove that a judge is sober in this city? I'd like to know. But I do know every time that somebody tries to fuck me over, I don't cower over. And that's when you know that you're a chosen one, because you chose your fucking self. I am a freedom fighter, and I'm not going to give up on abuse. And again, whatever they're doing to me right now, again, I am grateful for my sobriety, because if I wasn't sober right now, everybody knows I would be dead. Namaste. And I'm here for the women that don't have the voice. Namaste.